Welcome back to Reality Muse. We are recapping Big Brother. I am Misha Baptiste, and joining me is Lance Richard from Fear Factor House of Fear. First of all, Lance, turns out you were right on your prophecy of our beloved Jordan, our beloved Jason, going home week
Man.
3.
Oh man, it's
I predicted
so
week
crazy.
5. You predicted week 3. How does it feel?
hmm
I'm sure it's bittersweet.
Yeah, it's so bittersweet for me because I think Jason was really starting to learn like what I needed to like backpedal. I think Jason just needed to catch his head a little bit earlier. And it's really been a struggle for them, being in that house. Like you say, he literally does drag 24/7. He's in that little small microcosm, that little bubble, and is so used to just being able to be super outlandish and be 100% themselves. But sometimes when you come to this Big Brother house, you have to sometimes mitigate yourself and bring yourself down to a different level. That's the same ideology that, Black people have to do when they come into the house, different POCs have to do when they come to the house. And even people that doesn't surround themselves with different races have to come in the house. Sometimes they have to take a beat back. And I think Jason just didn't take that beat back and realize where he stand first before he started with all his strategic. Because Jason is very strategic and is a game player. And it just sucks that week 3 is all we get of Jason. But that's what Big Brother is giving this year.
It was so bittersweet. Like, so first of all, was sobbing during his exit
Yeah.
interview with Julie. She was really sweet with the thingy, and he was very emotional. But also, like, I think Julie asked him the question of like, "Why did you tell everyone your game so soon?" And he was like, "Oh, that's what it was. You when were you going to get the clue that everything you said was going back to people? Like, why was he not putting it together that it's not working with him telling one side one thing and the other side another? I don't know.
Yeah, and it's just also, I think, being so eager to be in the Big Brother house. And at that point, Jason wasn't realizing who was connected. Even the week when Rome was still there and everyone was in the bedroom, they see Barrett and they see Drew coming out of there. But they're still throughout the week, Jason is still telling Drew and Barrett all types of information. And, we do start to see the cracks with like Barrett and Drew, and they're starting to realize maybe I'm on the
Mm,
bottom of tool shed. But
we're
at
gonna
the end
get
of the day,
there.
to still keep themselves in tool shed, they're still giving D, they're still giving Devins, they're still giving that group information. And it
Everything.
just caused the demise of Jason and some of the people around him. Because now that Jason, the big threat, is gone, Roman Jason is now gone, who's next? Who will be the next person to take the reins and the next person they target?
Yeah, let's talk about the eviction blockbuster.
hmm
When it comes to the blockbuster, Jason was so close, so close, so close. But Miss Mallory was speeding. He put in one, she
Yeah.
put in the other. Like, it was so close, but he was holding his own. And do you really think that he didn't get that his tape in soon enough, or do you think production was just like,
Well,
we're just gonna give it to her?
Like, even if he would have got his tape in, Mallory had got her eighth tape before he got his eighth. The tape Mallory was trying to put in was her ninth tape. So she still would have won because it goes by who puts the most tapes in first. So the thing is, Jason was playing a very passive game in the beginning. I think he
Mm-hmm.
was so focused on it being like, oh, make sure it doesn't teeter totter.
Fall.
So he wasn't putting a tape in until Mallory would put a tape in. And I don't think the rules fully clicked yet. So it really started to cause his demise, where once Mallory got on a roll, it was like she's getting 7, she's getting 8, and he's trying to hurry up and do 7, 8. And when
Yeah.
it came down to it, he put his next tape in,
think
but
he put
Mallory,
his I think it was like 8 and 8. I think it was about to be tied if he would have gotten it in. Like, I think it was she put in her eighth, but she was getting her ninth, and he had put in his eighth, but it was too late. Is
yeah,
that how? Yeah.
essentially she still got it first. So even
Yeah.
if his would have counted, Mallory still had it. So it's
Yeah.
like he
I
needed
just thought it was gonna
to,
be tied.
yeah. But you remember in the rules, it's like whoever gets there, it's by how many
Oh,
fastest. Yeah. So that's the only thing where, like, even if they would have counted it, he still would have lost to Mal. So he needed to get some of those early ones faster to be ahead of her. And I think he was so worried about the tower way more than getting the tapes.
Yeah, he was
Especially when
going
Latrice had dropped hers pretty
mhm,
early. So I think they all got kind of semi
scared.
nervous. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you're absolutely right because there was a moment, I think it was like him and Mallory at the beginning were had like, going back and
Hmm.
forth. But there was one moment that he slowed down and she sped
And
up and I was like, oh, it's a wrap. But then
and
he caught back
he
up and it was
constantly
too
kept looking at her. Like he constantly kept
yeah.
looking at her. And I'm like, Jason, focus on your own because if you don't focus on your own, you're done. Like Jason needed this blockbuster, and we all know that from watching this week.
Yes. Now, one of the things I am not enjoying, there's several things I'm not enjoying about this season, but one of the things is that they are not strategizing after they find out who wins the blockbuster. Why are we hugging? Why are
Yeah,
we hugging? We're going to hug again. Why are we hugging?
yeah,
So they should have, I was hoping that Drew, Melody would just put their heads together. Like, do we really need to keep Latrice? Why are we keeping Latrice? I
yeah,
don't think and I think that they realize that now, like shortly thereafter, they
yeah.
realized that was not the right decision.
And that's why I said I needed to go back into the season where like T Core and her group had, when they was in that round thinking about keeping Cedric or voting Cedric, and Brooklyn was trying to rally them up after Blockbuster to keep Cedric, but her and her allies was like, actually, this is the time we flip, and they voted out Cedric in that moment. So I think it needed to go back into people realizing, hey, Blockbuster's not time for me to be doing all this congratulation.
It's
Let's
time to
strategize.
talk.
So
Let's
like
think
no
about our
shade, I
game.
really wish the show would do it would give them the full commercial break to strategize. Like let them come in and announce the winner. We get full
Yeah.
commercial break where they're strategizing and we don't see it until the Sunday episode. Like, oh, this is what happened in between the blockbuster. Like how
Mm-hmm.
sometimes we see with certain things, like
Yeah. The
with
back.
the double eviction weeks, you know how in the
Exactly.
next episode we see like, oh, this is all the strategy that went on that we didn't see. So I feel
Yeah.
like they need to give them more time after that blockbuster because everybody's trying to be all nice and whatever. But like, no, this is my time to
Yeah.
save myself.
It's very strange. Like one of the things that makes not having or when you have like a returnee or, reality TV veterans come into the
Uh-huh.
house, I feel like the cast gets very like scared of them. And I think that that's part of the reason why we're not seeing them break out because Barrett had the right thinking. Um, Drew was kind of there. Melody was, coming up, masterminding it. But
Yeah.
I think my understanding is that Barrett and Drew decided that they wanted to maintain the look that they are loyal to the tool shed. And so that's why they decided not to do it. That is so dumb because who's next, right? Like if he's the biggest target, who's going to be the next big target on that side?
Yeah.
Okay. Come on, y'all.
And it,
Oh
and
my
it
God.
and it all boils down to when we watch the episode and we see that like soon as Kamu won, we see
Mm-hmm.
Barrett's like, I'm rolling till the wheels fall off. It's like they are in that middle territory where they're gonna go wherever the wind blows. Like, yeah, they want to make these strategic moves. They would love to pull in Lyric, love to pull in Mel, and love to pull in Taylor and Lala, do something, but they're slowly losing that traction because they're slowly losing those numbers. You got Yash on his own island, not knowing what he got going on. You got Taylor trying to help everybody else and their mom and not worrying about
Child.
herself. And then you got Lyric Mel and Mallory, like literally creating a little threesome. Like when it's time to strike, the rest of that fluff is just gonna crumble.
Yeah, it's very easy. And you're right that it's like very, like, there's clearly two sides, but like one side is completely
Dismantle.
fragmented.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they're all in different spots. They like refuse to just come together. And so that is failing them 1000%. Even like Melody, right? Like
Uh-huh.
Melody threw Jason under the bus, which led to the tea party, but then
Exactly.
wanted to save him on the other side. You gotta, who you with? Who are
But
you with?
it's cannibalism. They're trying to ensure
Yes.
that they're not going on the block, so they're willing to throw anyone, whoever under the bus that's on their side, because they see the sides. The thing is,
Yeah.
they see the sides, but they're just not coming together to make a collective. Because that other side is going to ride till the wheels fall off. We're hoping that we get this crack with Barrett and Drew, and it causes a little bit of division. But even once that is done, then it goes back to the red corner is going to be that new set core. Like even
Yeah.
once Tool Shetty break down, whatever it might be, based on what Angela, even what Angela said in the thing, like Drew is obviously that group's next target, but who's the new core? Is it like the Kamu, Chuck, Haley with D Devins and Angela? Like, what are we about to see here?
Yeah. Well, I actually saw that the house is starting to set. Like the relationships are starting to
Yeah.
set a little bit. It seems like Kamu, like there is a perception that Chuck, Haley, and Kamu are a trio, but
Hmm.
Kamu is starting to get much closer to D Devons versus Chuck. I actually heard that Kamu is getting a little nervous about Chuck, right? Like, is Chuck just going to float to the end? Chuck isn't holding his weight. So Chuck is kind of starting, like him and Kamu, I mean, him and Yash are starting to kind of be in like a similar situation. And
Yeah.
then Devon's, quiet as is kept, as of yesterday, is officially done with Drew. So now
Exactly.
the crossover is over.
Yeah.
And so there are, like, that side is starting to fracture and relationships are starting to set, which happens, right? Like, the first week you're like, okay, yeah, we seem alike. Let's get
Mhm.
together. And then you start to get to know people. And you're like, I don't really like you,
Yeah,
actually.
because that even goes back to when Dee, like in earlier weeks, originally created herself with the Kamu and Haley, but Dee does not like Haley at all. But the thing that's keeping that together is her great relationship with Kamu. So
Yeah.
it's going to be interesting to see as when I feel Dee is smart. She knows, hey, I might can't make that move, but we're going to get Haley out of his house. Same like what's happening with Angela and Drew. Like, Angela has been despising Drew for the last 2 weeks, and she's going to find a way for someone to do her dirty work in the future. I smell it.
I think it's coming sooner than
I
what
s-
we might be expecting.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So the things are changing. Let's talk about Taylor real quick because, as we talk about
Super
alliance,
saver.
I think, well, no. So, first of all, like 5 new alliances popped up this week. None of them are real. But
Yeah.
Taylor tried to like start 3. So over the weekend on Saturday, I believe she was trying to like kind of create this almost like the cookout strategy where like each person is
Brings
tethered to another
someone. Yeah.
person. And it's supposed to be her, Devon's, Kamu, maybe Drew. I don't know. I don't know about the fourth person, but it's supposed to be at least
Yeah.
the 3 of them. They didn't take it seriously. And just as last night, she's sitting there talking to Lyric after the eviction, and she's like, you know what? Me, you, and Yash, we would be me, you, and Barrett would be a really good trio. And Lyric's like, yeah. And so I'm like, Taylor, you're trying, but it's not making any sense
Yeah.
because you don't have relationships with these people.
She's not trying with the right folks. I feel like
Yeah.
her mindset is correct,
Yes.
but she just needs to connect herself with the right set of people who's willing to do that. And the people that
Yes.
she have even a little relationship with. You should be wanting to create this with Yash. You should be wanting to create this with Lala. That's people who really like talk to you and fester relationships, and get them to pull people in. You kind of have a little bit of a kinship with D, you and D on a decent playing field. Maybe pull in a D. Like, I don't know. I
Yeah.
feel like she's just
Right.
trying it with the wrong people.
Well, thank you for bringing that up though, because before Saturday, she was supposed to have a alliance with Latrice, Dee, and
And
Angela.
Angela.
So those are 3 at least that
Yeah.
she tried to create, and none of them are sticking. And to
Uh-uh.
your point, instead of her focusing on the people that she has relationships with and like trying to build a power base, she is trying to build alliances with people who already have the power, which I would do, but I would also try to have like active relationships with them. Like going to Devon's, going to Barrett, they don't talk about you. Like you're not someone that they really consider in this game unless it's like putting you on the block. So it's like you are aware of what's happening in the house, but you lack awareness of where your position actually is in the house. So
Exactly.
that's what's going on with Taylor. I love it. It's hilarious and it's right, but it's wrong.
But also, yeah, and then
It's
also
wrong.
I feel like she struggles a little bit with her self-awareness of where she
Hmm.
stands. I feel like she
Yeah.
thinks more people have her back than that actually do, and that
Yeah.
she's able to like be super saver for other people, like getting this one to talk to this one for that one. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
Tell me about that.
like baby girl, like, okay, so like just for instance, like even leading into last week, she constantly is going to Lala and telling Lala, hey Lala girl, you need to talk to Thing to make sure that this is that you know that you're good, that you have the votes. And I'm like, Taylor, you were only a graham cracker away from being a nominee. Like you need to work on your own relationship. You're so focused on telling Latrice how she needs to play this game where you need to one up your strategy because like Taylor is in a sweet spot where if she does the right thing, she could scave her way through, but she just needs to connect with the people that will get her through some of those tough weeks. It's getting down. We lost Rome, we lost Jason. A new Supreme will soon rise that they're going to target. Are they going to target the little girlies? Are they going to target Lala or Taylor? Are they going to target Yash? And
Well,
9 times out of 10,
yeah,
we
yeah.
know how that's going to go.
Yeah, maybe this is a good transition because
Uh-huh.
this season is starting to feel like classic Big Brother in the worst way. And one of those is targeting queer people and Black people early
Uh-huh.
in the game, particularly Black women.
Uh-huh.
And Angela is targeting Taylor just for her exact words is she reads as winner. What does that mean? She reads as winner.
I
What
mean,
about Taylor?
we know what our winners have gave over the last couple of years and they still can't take. That's what the realty is. But then it also goes to Drew's comment of, I want to nominate Taylor, Lala, and Yash if he will win power because he just don't connect with them. It's just so happy that you don't connect with the POCs. Make it
I
make
haven't seen you
sense.
try. I haven't
Exactly.
seen you try, buddy.
You
You
know,
know, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
yeah,
We are definitely living in Trump's America. Like I am
yeah,
feeling it real bad. Like we're basically back in Bush administration, but worse, right? Like to BB 15 and down, right? That's where we
yeah,
are. And it doesn't make any sense for Angela to be targeting Taylor out of all people. It would make more sense if she was targeting Mallory, but she's not. She's targeting Taylor. How does Taylor seem like the winner pick? Is it because she resembles Taylor Hill? Is it because she resembles Ashley Hollis? Is it because of Chelsea? Is that just because she's Black, just because she's the lone younger Black woman in the house? You know, that's kind of like,
right.
one, that's just dumb. But it's like a little discriminatory. It's like a little
Yeah.
discriminatory, Miss Angela.
Yeah, it's the small little microaggressions, but we also got to remember where Angela comes from. She comes from Utah. She comes from that Mormon lifestyle where, you know, she don't not really used of that lifestyle.
I'm not
And
taking that as an excuse at
no,
all. I hear you. You're
yeah,
not
no,
wrong. Yeah.
no, I'm definitely on your page with it. But I mean,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
just try to give context
Yeah.
of like where her biases come from. She have biases. She
Mm-hmm.
don't connect like with those type of people. And then also she's a Big Brother fan. And if people don't like to admit it, but people be disgruntled about the winter history over the last couple years.
Yeah.
For real. They
Yeah.
can't take that ever since the initiative that's now gone
Yeah. And it
has
shows.
begun, you know, our winners have been Black and brown people.
So crazy to compare them to her or her to them because
Yeah.
the girl ain't got no juice in the game.
Baby, she's not playing no way like Chelsea played, no way like even Ashley. Like the closest maybe we could give her Ashley.
The
But she's
closest we
not,
can give her an Ashley, and she's
yeah,
not playing. No. She's
yeah,
not close to anyone but Latrice. Like she's
mm,
at the bottom of the bottom. Like her and Yash could be fraternal
yeah,
twins in this game. Like
yeah,
she's got no juice. So for you, she wanted her on the block. They didn't put that in the episode, but
right.
last week she was
From the feeds,
pushing
yeah,
for Taylor to get on the block, and Kamu, for all that, you know, the trash that he
yeah.
is,
He
he
said he
has
had a good relationship.
relationships.
Uh-huh.
He has a relationship with Taylor. I mean, he might low-key might be attracted to Taylor. But he, you know, he's like, that's not gonna happen on my watch, which, you know, I
Yeah.
appreciate, but
Because
that's whack. Yeah.
yeah, I have to appreciate it too because I love people that plays their own game. I'm not doing your dirty
Yeah.
work. You
Exactly.
want Taylor out, like, yeah, we don't like some of the people he did target, but if you want Taylor out, do it on your own watch. Angela is really have been really good about getting other people to do her dirty work. Like,
Yeah.
no shade, Jason was not really, you know, a threat to certain people, but I feel like everyone in that tool shed would have did Jason. Like, yeah, it's a threat to Devins, it's a threat to Dee and Angela, and maybe even Kamu, but Jason wasn't coming after some of those other people in the tool shed, but any one of them win, they would have targeted Jason. And same like now with these women, like Taylor is trying to infiltrate herself with some of them, but no matter who wins out of that group, 9 times out of 10 will put Taylor on the block. And
Yeah,
it
yeah.
sucks.
It's horrible.
It's the
It
biases.
reminds, yeah, it reminds me of what was the season? Well, one, I'm thinking about Candace from BB15.
15. Yeah.
And but who was the queer guy? Kevin. What season was he
Kevin,
on?
was that 11 with the clicks, right?
Yes, like
Yeah.
it's just those two scenarios are really sticking out to me. Let's get into, like, as we're talking about all of the, microaggressions and all of that that's
Yeah.
happening on the show, let's talk about the Tea Party. Kamu, baby, that was personal. And
Yeah.
Jason has already said it in his exit interviews, that was personal. Tell me what your thoughts are about
No,
it. Yeah.
100% personal because I remember watching on the feeds. He was sitting with D and he was basically like, you know, manufacturing his monologue of how he was going to do it. I'm going to sip the cup and I'm going to, say all of this. Like, at the end of the day, especially when new developments come out about Kamu every single day, I feel that 100% it's personal. The way he went at Jason, the way he spoke at Jason. I'm happy that Jason held his own because I remember when Jason and Angela got into it, Jason was not handling it. But I'm happy he stood up for himself. I'm happy he spoke up on it. And I do hate the fact that Lala just wanted to use that to make it kind of like her button in was at the wrong times for me because I saw like the raw version of it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just nothing nobody could tell me about Kamu. I tried to give him lots of benefit of the doubt leading up to this. Even, combating it with you a little bit. I'm like, maybe XYZ. But I was like, oh yeah, okay, maybe the homophobic stuff about the dress wasn't nothing. Or, I'm not getting in drag here, there, whatever. I'm like, okay, as a drag queen, maybe I should feel the sentiment. But then as seeing him and D talk about it in a way, it was just so set. It's going to be about Jason. I'm going to drop that bomb. It just kind of like irked me a lot. What's your
Baby,
thoughts?
not one thing I can't stand is a man who thinks he's logical,
Mhm.
baby. Because just because it makes sense to you don't mean it's common sense. Just because it seems logical to you does not mean that it is generally logical. So
Yeah.
he thinks that he's playing this honorable game, this honest game,
Don't you hate it?
but he literally did the same thing that he is accusing and making a whole big old stink of Jason for doing, and
100%.
that being telling someone one thing and then doing the
Doing another.
opposite, which was saying that you were not going to put Lyric on the block. And how easy was it for him to flip and put her back on the block? And did not even give her the heads up. But no one thought to bring that up.
Right.
But Jason telling, whoever he got to do just to stay safe in this game is a problem. The thing that really frustrates me about reality TV is that, and I'm going to put this one up, I notice that queer people get and particularly gay men or trans people, peppermints right
Yep.
there,
Uh-huh.
drag queens, like they get villainized very easy on these shows, right? Like one little thing comes up and it's like, ooh, they're devious, they're out to do something shady, and it's like they're just trying to have fun, they're just being camp, and y'all just don't have a good sense of humor, y'all don't know how to be cunty, so that we got to deal with this. How do you feel about that? I know that as a queer Black man, what's your experience watching this play out over and over again on reality TV?
No, like, yeah, it's a little disheartening. And, people try to make the excuses for like, oh, Peppermint played a too fast game. Bob was so outlandish and Jason was just messy. Yes, we may have been that, but it even boils down to me. Like, yes, I didn't get out early in Fear Factor, but the way I was villainized for playing the game and doing one super strategic move to a white woman, and now it's like the white woman tears and I'm this horrible person, where if the shoe was on the other foot, it'd be like, Grando, great job. So I just find it really hard to accept the fact that we are constantly villainized for us wanting to just have fun and play the game. Like they
Yeah.
constantly make excuses for it. It's no way that you should make these excuses. It shouldn't be no blanket statement like, oh, they were this in the game. No, they had to be reactive because certain people brought certain things to the table about them that wasn't even necessary. No
Yes.
shade.
1000%. And I just don't like that it seemed like he wanted to punish
Yeah.
Jason. Like he wanted to punish him, embarrass him for no good reason. Like Jason directly didn't do anything to you. He
Hmm.
never, he only said he was coming for the icons. That's the whole shtick.
Exactly.
So why do you got a hard on for him?
And and that's what it goes back to. Like for me, even when he's like, "Well, I use my words meticulously. I said I'm not going to
You're
put you
giving
up
half truths.
today. I'm not going to put you up today." So I'm supposed to be in this conversation, have a real conversation with you, but make sure I listen to every meticulous word to know, like, oh, he's playing me. But even in the episode, Jason did say, "Wait, is he playing me?" Like immediately, because it's
Yeah.
like, dang, maybe I should go up on the block and have two chances, which Jason wound up still having. Got
Hmm.
pulled for the veto and got to play. But like the way Kamu did it, he just wants to have a grand moment, just like his good old buddy did last week with sending Rome home. So
Didn't eat.
yeah, it didn't eat, and it was a little nasty. It's starting to felt like a pylon. Like y'all would constantly pile. Like we had this situation with him last week, and then yeah, like a grand stage, sitting him down. Like we're having a sit down to discuss a renom. Just do what you got to do, or call out who you need to call out when the time comes. But having a sit down house meeting is a little to me, and I don't appreciate it.
And the cast didn't. The cast did not appreciate it. It wasn't fun. People got dressed up. They were supposed to eat their tea cakes and drink their tea. Jason made balloons, and you completely killed the vibe. It was like, I feel like it was like
100%.
an almost an hour of them like sitting there in silence. Miss Taylor just had to go get on up and walk away, which I lived for. She was like, I just wanted to eat my cakes, and there's always got to be something. He
Yeah.
completely killed the vibe. Did not read the room. And it's very frustrating. The thing that I get why you have to be this way on Big Brother, but it's always
But you
going to come
don't.
off cowardly, is not defend the person who everyone is dumping on. Like everyone stayed
Yeah.
quiet. Everyone's just like, but in all these people, right? Miss Melody is laughing at the situation. Drew, but she's why we got here. Drew is part of the reason
Yeah.
why we got here. All of
Hmm.
this stuff. And then they got to just sit quietly and,
Yeah.
with their tail behind their legs. Yeah.
And
This,
and that's the thing for me. I feel like for me, I guess just the type of person I am,
hmm.
like I can't be involved in that kind of stuff. Like I would
Yeah, me
have to
too.
speak up. Like even if it grows a target on my back, like I just can't.
It
Like
would be
even
hard.
last week when Jason was getting piled on and like Rome finally spoke up and then they flipped it to Rome, like I don't care if they flip it. Like I can't allow the bully mentality. And it just also sits back and how the tides will turn. Dia's going to eventually realize, Angela's going to realize that Kamu is a big threat for their game. And I just can't wait until the tides turn. I hate that the tides are turning towards Drew right now. I need Kamu to get a taste of his own medicine.
I agree. I think it'll come. I think it'll come. One thing that I am glad to know for sure though is that people outside are aware that he is an awful person, right?
Yeah.
He
Hmm.
has his homophobia has high key run rampant in the house, right? Like who was I think it was Drew. He had on a dress one day. He was like, miss
Hmm.
me with that. Was it gay shit? Basically, did he say, or what did he say
Yeah.
exactly? I don't know.
Yeah.
Something
He
like
basically,
miss
he
me with.
basically said that. And then it was another comment. He was like, y'all really gonna let Jason put y'all in drag? Like
Yeah.
it'll never mess up my manhood by putting on a like. Are you kidding me, bro? Like if you're comfortable in your sexuality, a man putting on a dress doesn't define his sexuality, doesn't define who he is as a person. Like it's crazy.
And I hate to break the news to you, Kamu. The people who are the loudest homophobics. Jason, his exit interview was like, "Give us one word on Kamu." Ooh, drag queen. That is a drag queen if I've ever seen it. I mean,
Yeah.
look, he is in drag. The tattoos, the I'm tough, I'm this. That is drag. Like you are putting on a persona, and we can see through it, right? Like you're not who you think you are, and I can't wait for you to realize that we clocked your ass. Ooh, and look, I knew that he wasn't gonna be shit is because he's in AA. Sorry if we have any folks who are
Yeah.
into it, but
The only benefit of the doubt you were trying to give him in the beginning, like, oh, he's a Jamaican
Jamaican.
man, he's about to ride. And I say, girl, you gonna gag. And look, we gagging.
Well, Jamaicans are also known for being a little homophobic too, so I should have known better.
True.
But he's just so but that's the kind of the thing too, is like people who internalize their racism, who are also like, they're people of color, they tend to like kind of wear well, I'm black, I'm half black, or I
Yeah.
have a black girlfriend, or I have, there's always something that they try to like highlight to show that like I'm with y'all, I'm just not with
Hmm.
y'all. It's weird.
And,
Bye. Okay.
and that's the good part about like Big Brother is no room to hide your biases or how you feel because those it's people like even I watch a lot of feeds, but it's times where I'm not on, but someone will find the deepest, darkest, craziest moments that you do in the house, and that's how we get in all this context. Because if you were just a casual watcher just watching the show, you wouldn't know half of the way some of these people personalities are. You just see how they're editing the show, but seeing that raw, real how these people are, you're like,
Mm,
that's what we don't see.
that's what we don't see.
Uh-huh.
I Do you have anything to say about Mallory? She's growing on me.
I mean, she puts up or shut up. You have to respect someone. Like, she wants to play the game. I
Yeah,
just feel like she doesn't have enough traction. Like, until she's the type that when she do win an HOH, she's going to make a grand move. She's going to do what
yeah,
she has to do.
yeah.
The only struggle we have that whenever that side of the house finally does win, we also got to remember Rick Devens has a diamond power of veto that's
Thank
going
you
to
for bringing
halt
that up.
that. And he's literally going to put someone from their side up, and their side still has the votes. So the thing is, maybe by them crumbling and wanting to go after Drew will cause that diamond power veto not to be as powerful as it is. Because once those numbers start to like dwindle, even them putting up someone from that side could still, maneuver so Rick and them. So like I think Mallory wants to do something big, but she just haven't been able to. She just had to continue to prove herself in these competitions. And hopefully the same way she's winning these blockbusters, that she could pull out a HOH in the coming weeks to save her girls.
Yeah. She's kind of like the new supreme of that side now. Like she's the
For sure.
new, target, but hopefully leader. Thank you for bringing up Devin's diamond veto. Can
Yeah.
you tell us a little bit about it? At least like tell us like strategically how you think about it, right? Like what do you think the future of this is going to look like for him?
Yeah, the diamond power veto for me is a very powerful power. And at the end of the day, it literally warrants to take off someone from the block and literally put up anyone you want. The HOH loses all aspects of the power. And it's also used after the veto. So, say for instance, someone finally strikes and puts up Devon's D'Angela. Long as one of them win the veto, a replacement with anybody that leaves D and Devins on the block for say. Devins can now use his DPOV, pull himself off of the block, and that leaves only one icon on the block. So for me, I see them doing it in a week where they feel that they lost all control. And strategically, he just has to make sure it benefits him the most because the Diamond Power veto is very, very, very valuable. It's not as powerful as a coup d'etat back in the day where you get to take out both nominees, put up two
Mm-hmm.
new people, but it's close enough. And it is it's probably the best power to me in that
Six
room.
weeks?
Yeah.
Bruh, like it's so frustrating that he has power for this long.
Yeah.
Why couldn't oh, Jason.
Yeah. That's what I say. I just needed Jason to survive because for us to find out that Jason was in the top 3 of the votes every week, I'm
I
happy
know.
Julie did that for him because I feel like Jason was walking away feeling like he wasn't loved, wasn't appreciated. Like, yeah, certain things the fans didn't like, certain things the fans didn't care about. But the ones that's against Angela, you know, were rooting for that side of the house, knew that the most probable person was Jason. And to know that Jason was in the top every week and was just, moments away from getting one of those powers or punishments, it's like, dang, I need somebody from the other side to get something.
Julie has been so fun this season so far.
Mhm.
Like, she has been really fun. It was amazing. I should have gotten a photo of her with the
The
pots.
teapot, yeah.
Oh, that was so good. And that like kind of started making, because like that's so exciting for Jason to see, but she's never done that.
Yeah.
She gave, and I couldn't tell if Julie was giving Jason all this kudos because like it's kind of like production knew that they kind of were shady in the way that Jason was casted and brought into the show. So maybe
Yeah.
I feel like they're kind of trying to,
Like fluff
make,
the reality thing, like, oh,
yeah,
like
make him
your
feel a little
reality, I got you.
special.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
I think it's also easier for her in seasons, like, because if you look back, the seasons where she's able to divulge her opinions, the seasons where it's not battle back. So, like,
Mm,
usually when it's a battle back or something, she has to be very coy about what she say. She can't reveal who
hmm.
was a flip or who was in alliances. But being that, that's how most of the times we know when it's not a battle back in the pre-jury is when she divulges everything. And I think she's able to really appreciate and to give the flowers to some of her favorites. And
Yeah.
so far, every week she has been very excited to give them their flowers because no shade, she don't want these survivor people to come into her show and do
Ooh,
the dang thing. Let's be
ooh.
real. They
I
cast
didn't
the
even think
survivor
about
people, but
that.
but she want her Big Brother people to stand on their ground and show that they are Big Brother players and not let these survivor people come in. So I think she
Yeah.
appreciated Jason for the gameplay. And you have to appreciate Jason for the gameplay, even though it was crazy and messy at times.
Yeah. I want to give Jason this week, well, post he was great during the tea party. I feel like he defended himself
Really well.
very well.
Compared
Like
to the other argument,
he
yeah.
really cut down Kamu so good. He cut him down so good.
Mm.
So he was excellent there. And then he rebranded the tea for him. This is my tea party. Okay, well, we're banging teapots. We're getting people like it was so
Giving
good.
people
It
tea
was
bags on the way out. Like,
Yes, he was like, kind of mocking Kamu. I don't know how it like actually made Kamu feel on the inside, but all of that was really fun. It was genius. It's why we needed him to stay. My God, who is going to be fun now? Who is going to be hilarious? It's not D. It's not D.
honestly, it's no those type of personalities. Like, even when Jason in his exit interview said he was like, being the only me in the house, it wasn't just him speaking on being queer. I think it was just him speaking on being an
A
outgoing,
showman.
outlandish personality.
Yes.
Like, what other personalities we got in the house? We don't have no one in the diary room screaming and howling like how Johnny Mac was or Brittany Haynes. Like, we don't have no one really
No.
giving
No.
like that. So with Jason gone, is this season about to just give us a steamroll of an alliance with a couple like little tweaks in between, and then our top three be D, Devins, and Angela, with
Yeah.
Kamu coming out fourth because they finally strike at him? Like, what is
Yeah.
it giving?
It's becoming a bit of a I'm gonna hang in there, y'all. We gonna do this.
Of
I'm
course,
here.
of
It's
course.
but it is becoming a bit of a wash, especially at this point. We hate to see a steam room, and that's exactly where we are.
Yeah.
I know y'all probably like y'all so fake because y'all was talking so much shit about Jason. Two things can be true. Two things can be true. He completely burned his game daily, actively. He did not play a good game.
Right.
And it's very interesting when super fans come into the house because they usually do flop. So that is absolutely true. I stand by that. He is gone week 3, as you prophesied, and he is gone. But we loved him and we wanted to see him do well. That's what that's what we were fussing about. Is like we wanted him to do well, and he just torpedoed his game so fast. But alas, R.I.P. R.I.P. We will miss you.
Definitely will.
Yes, I'm starting to enjoy Drew. I like his hair. I did like his hair last night. If anyone does have charisma, he's the one who does have it. He is kind of giving me baby Dan vibes. He's not playing as good as a game, but he's giving me baby Dan vibes.
I mean, honestly, I think you would be playing an amazing game if you didn't have these legends in there that's able to clock it.
Yeah,
D and Angela clocked it. Like, D played a game where you're on an island with someone for 26 plus days, so you're able to you know how it is when people go have conversations. So it's either this or that. And in the beginning, he probably was so fresh with giving all the information, but slowly starts to slow down. So D is clocking that. Same with Angela. Angela never felt that full kinship. It was always Devins had Drew. Angela don't like to be bottom of anyone's totem pole. So the thing is, these legends are clocking that. Kamu isn't clocking that. Chuck isn't clocking that. Haley isn't clocking that. Neither is the males Melody or Leary. So if these legends wasn't in the house, Drew would be playing a
he'd be
masterful
playing
Dr.
circles.
Will game. No shade.
He has a blind spot though, and it is
Uh-huh.
his lack of awareness of other people's feelings.
100%.
Because he has no idea that he has lost crossover. Like,
It,
he
it,
does not know
it's
that
gonna gag
Devins is
him.
out. It's
When
gonna gag him.
Like, literally, just not to go deep into things, but some of the conversations he was having with some people post
You can.
eviction,
Mm.
post eviction, like people that's targeting him, he's literally telling them like, "Oh, when you do your speech, speak on this." And I'm like, "Child, you're going to be a part of that speech. What are you doing?" So yeah, Drew has stuff he has to work on realizing where he's standing with these people. He just worried about curating that Devon's relationship and that D relationship, and it's gonna bite him in the butt because you have to fluff it all
Yeah.
because they see you rising with the girlies, with the
Yeah.
males, the melody lyric. So now they're starting to worry. And they're
Yeah.
coming at him before they even coming at Barrett, even though Barrett is the one speaking on turning on them way more.
Why? How do you feel about the fact that he was trying so hard to keep Mallory to, Angela and Devins and all that? Because that's what really, when it comes to Devins, that's what turned him off. What do you think? Like,
It's his
why did he do that?
relationship with Melody. Melody has
Oh, right.
really grown a sweet spot for him,
Yeah.
and the girls are a trio. So if she's coming to him like
Right.
canoodling
Babe.
and like, hey, like Mal would be good for whatever, whatever, and he has that small little nugget that him and Barrett have of turning. He know numbers is power. He doesn't have a strong relationship with Taylor. He doesn't have a strong relationship with Lala. He doesn't have, him and Jason
Yeah.
relationship because he was willing to keep Jason too.
Mm-hmm.
He literally is thinking about himself and what works for him. So
Yeah.
keeping Mallory is good for him because it's good for his girl.
Thank you for saying that, because I did want to make that point earlier, that part of that side of the house's problem, like the reason why they can't become a collective, is that everyone is thinking for themselves.
Or
It's
self.
like what I said about Meg last week. It's my game.
You
What am I
love
trying to do
calling
for
her
my
Meg.
game?
That's so
I
funny.
love calling her Meg. By the way, I am starting to love Miss Melody. I love.
Yeah, I saw this. I saw this.
She is so
That's
silly.
what I said.
So
I knew her personality would come through. She is a game show host, like at these like the game show things where people can go play fake game shows. Like she has that personality. I just feel we didn't get a crack of it yet. And I think, sometimes people need a few weeks in the Big Brother house to like crack out of that shell. So maybe she could be our breakout confessional girly.
I hope so. She could have had it all this week and she didn't, which I think is going to lead us into our superlatives. Are you
Mm-hmm.
ready for yours?
Oh,
Okay.
it's a tough week, but I think I'll be able to crack out who I
I
think
think
is
you're
what.
going to be surprised by all of mine.
Okay.
Maybe not.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's try to do a player of the week call it out at the same time.
Okay, well, let me
We're
get
not
mine
going to
in my
hear each
head.
other say it, but we're going to say it at the same time.
Okay,
You ready?
well,
1, 2, 3, Lyric. Who'd you say?
I said D. She,
D!
she,
D! Mm-hmm.
like, I just feel like no shade with D this week. She's just continuing to like lower her target level. Stuff is happening for her greater good. Other people is getting the blood in their hands. So when they finally strike at that house, they're more mad at Kamu. They're more mad at Haley. They're more mad at
Yeah.
Devins. They even are a little tired of Angela. D is not in a lot of talks. The only person I feel would put her up right now is Mallory because
Mallory.
Mallory is vengeance of the people who made her fight for her safety.
Right.
And D was the first one to do that. So I feel like D is concreted in her core with Rick
Yes.
and Angela, then her final two with Devins, then her relationship with Barrett and Drew, as well as the whole Chuck, Haley, and Kamu situation, where I feel like it's going to be weeks. She won't be someone that's touched, at least until jury when they realize this is a survivor winner.
She's so safe baby, that girl is so cushioned. And
Yeah.
going into jury, I absolutely agree. She had like a good week of there's no movement with her in the game, which is good, right? Like she didn't lose any standing. She didn't gain any standing, but I just think that she continues to just be cushioned really nicely. And she is doing a good job of like secretly playing people off each other.
Yeah.
Like I think Kamu and Drew were starting to get close. She has torpedoed that. So she's doing a really good job of like breaking things up while still covering herself. Like even the tea party, she encouraged the tea party.
Right.
But she was quiet.
And that's why I say I was struggling with putting her as strategic or player because to me, like her strategy was making me my player of the week. But if you look at strategy as a whole, she's also eating that. So we'll see.
Yes.
Who's yours?
Mine is Lyric. And I would have put up a photo of D, but somehow, for some reason, she wasn't uploaded in my little thingy. But Lyric is, I'm having so much fun with her because all of the boys truly think that she's into them. Like, her and Kamu are almost a showmance. Chuck and her have like a little thing going, and she continues to get herself off the block. She won the power of veto, which is amazing. And like this whole, like, she keeps, like, as Kamu said himself, like, she plays this damsel in distress thing in a way that I don't think people are fully onto yet. Do you think people are onto it? Like, do you think
No,
she's getting away with it?
no, I think she's getting away with it wholeheartedly. But it's gonna take someone saying like, oh, me and Lyric's connection is growing to like Kamu, like Chuck will say that or something. And it'll be like,
Mm-hmm.
what's going
Wait,
on? Like, are you still tired of her baby voice though? Because it's still there when she talked to men. Like, are you okay with it now? Because that voice still drives me up the wall.
I don't hear it.
Okay,
I
you try
have
to tone it
not.
out.
I honestly probably don't even watch her video. Like, when it comes to, I think I just like read the tweets of what she says and like keeps it
Huh.
moving. Cause yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah,
But now that I know that it really is strategy now, I'm like, you're in the game, you're having
do what
fun.
you got to do.
She's got her core three now. Also, like, she really is playing people. Like, I think
Yeah,
outside of just the flirting that she does, like last night she was talking to Taylor, and the next morning, this morning, she ratted Taylor out to the current HOH.
yeah,
So I think like the only person that she's really honest with
it's her
is
girls.
Mallory and
Yeah,
herself.
actually,
Yeah.
just Mallory, not even Mel. Like, she don't fully give everything to Mel. You're right.
Yeah. So I don't think that, I think she will make it to jury. Well, I think she kind of has to make it to, I think people want her there at this point more than they want the other
Mallory.
people. So
Yeah. Mhm.
I'm loving Miss Lyric.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do strategic player of the week. We are not going to do the countdown because I cannot hear you. Like, our voices, I can't hear you at the same time. So I'm going to have to like keep asking you like what you said. So I'll let you go first though. Who is your strategic player of the week?
Okay, so my strategic player of the week, I just have to give it to Miss Angela.
Oh my god. I knew she was gonna come up. It's okay. It's okay. You're not wrong. You're not
Yeah,
wrong.
okay, so the same way I talk about D as player of the week, I have to give Angela her flowers on strategic because even though, like, especially even pre Jason being on the block, Angela really smooth over that relationship where, like, for instance, if Jason was HOH, I really don't feel Jason would have put up Angela. I think she was able to right her wrongs, speak on why she said and did what she did in the previous week, and also get her agendas done. She has been slowly eating away at that Drew storyline. And when that hit a fan, she's gonna stand back and not even have know that everyone not gonna know that she had everything to do with it. So the way that she has been dropping nuggets, realizing that, okay, I need to separate some of this. So if they don't want to get Melody out to help us keep Drew closer, we need to get Drew. So the way that her and D has been methodically dropping those nuggets and even has convinced Rick Devens to wash his hands with the person who would die on a sore fam, you got to give her kudos. She get on my nerves. A lot of things she do. If I was in the house, me and her would not be friends. Like, I would be like Jason and want her out like how Lala was week one. Like, she gets under my skin. But I have to give kudos to strategy when strategy is done.
Yes, I agree. When it comes to Drew, she's winning the war for sure.
100. She
The
won the Jason
only
War too.
She won the Jason War too.
Ultimately.
You're absolutely right. And she continued, like, no one is saying, I'm putting Angela on the block.
Yeah.
The trio, Kamu, Chuck, and Haley, that is the trio that everyone wants to see on the block.
Wants to target,
It
yeah.
ain't the icons, though.
That's
It's not the
crazy.
icons. It is crazy. The only reason why I did not, because she probably could have been player of the week.
Yeah.
But two things. One, she didn't get Taylor on the block.
True.
And I think I saw somewhere that Devins was like, we got to slow her down. Like, the paranoia is getting to her.
And that's why Devins kind of locked in more with D and kind of made like a understood final two. Like,
yeah,
they just connect better on game level. Angela's a little unpredictable. So they know they can't fully like ostracize her because she's going to blow up. But I don't feel that they trust her a lot.
yes. So speaking of one of those icons, my strategic player of the week is Devins. It is Devins.
It was close. Yeah.
He was excellent this week. He was excellent
Hmm.
because he just knows how to keep things cool with him. Like, no one is mad at him, right? Like, part of the fallout of this week has to do with last week. And no one continues to like really look at him as the bad guy. He tried for as long as he could to keep Drew in. He just on Friday decided to just cut those ties, but he did a really good job throughout
Hmm.
the week balancing Angela and Dee and, Drew and folks. He
Yeah.
even like created an alliance with Kamu, Yash, Drew and himself. So like people still want I think there might have been like three kind of like new alliances that Devin found himself in. So people really want to work with him. People talk to him and tell him
Hmm.
things. He knows how to keep secrets really well. And he is really tight with his trio. Like he is so and he's got the diamond veto. Like
Yeah.
my God, like he had such a good week.
Untouchable right now.
He's
Yeah.
untouchable. Like I guess he's not gonna win, but
Yeah.
if he was just a regular player, I would give him winner pick
Yeah.
for sure at this point.
Yeah, the way that he methodically moves in rooms
Mm.
to ensure that his point get heard, but he doesn't feel like he's running over anyone in any of the conversations. The way he really set back after causing the biggest blow up. That's why he was my last week. The biggest blow up got less dirt on his hand, and this week cleaning that all up where people isn't really looking at Rick Devens. Like, it's just masterful, and it shows why he was such an amazing Survivor player, and to incorporate that game with Survivor into Big Brother, not being afraid to do stuff like you mentioned. Survivor, you have to play and sneakily vote people out. Big Brother, play up front. And for him to play up front and be able to not even take the blows from it, kudos, Rick Devens.
So good. So good. So and I think he even talked to Jason after the tea party. Like, his youth pastor vibes is excelling in the house. So that is I'm dying to know if we have the same flop of the week.
Okay.
Okay.
You want to do this
E-
one? Try to do this one again? Same time?
okay. Yes. 1, 2, 3, Kamu.
Lala. Ooh,
It was almost Lala. I'm trying to like mix it up, like have new
yeah.
people come in. It was almost Lala. It really
Yeah.
she is flop. She is flop. Flop of the
Yeah.
season probably.
Yeah.
But it's Kamu because
During his
Kamu did
HOH week.
not
Okay.
he did not, give himself any favor do himself any favors with the tea party. I think people had a better perception of him prior to that. I think they saw that while he was trying to be this good guy, that it
Yeah.
like in the end, this was petty. I think Jason did eat him up. I think there was no strong defense that he could really give. And each time he tried to be like, I'm just doing this because of this, Jason was like, well, it was, but
What about
this.
this? Yeah.
Right. So I think this is the first week that we hear so many people saying Haley, Kamu, Chuck on the block. Like, I just think his positioning has slipped. Like, if anyone on that side is on the block, he will be on the block. It'll be Haley and him. Chuck might get out. He's going to be targeted. I hope. This is what I'm thinking came out of this week.
Yeah. And also, once again, it goes back to me talking about people doing other people's dirty work. Jason and Kamu didn't really have beef. Leaving that week, Jason was against Angela, Rick Devens, and the Icons. Kamu Chuck, like he also didn't really care for Haley too much, but Kamu was never, I don't think, would have been an initial noun for Jason. And I feel like him doing someone else's dirty work because his original target won the veto. So say, well, not really, because he always planned to put Jason up and Lyric, because Lyric wasn't going to go up. So I just feel like I understand your flop of the week because it's like for your HOH week, for you not to your
He
plan
didn't
went to
gain.
flourish, or like you did, but you didn't gain anything because you needed to break up those trio of girls if you want to shoot at that side or someone who you don't have a relationship with. Lala didn't have nothing against you and you put her on the block. Yes, you protected Taylor, but what is that really doing right now? So
Yeah.
I see the reason to be flop of the week, especially during your HOH reign, where we had D have a masterful HOH reign, Devin have
Mm-hmm.
a masterful HOH reign, and this is the first HOH reign where we're walking away and we're like,
He's a little injured. Yeah.
yeah.
And so I think the perception in the house, because a lot of people felt bad for Jason after the fact, right? So that doesn't
Hmm.
bode well for him. But also outside of the house, he's lost a lot of support.
Exactly.
You
True.
know, we
Well, he
see
should have been
him.
flop of the week just for that. Yeah.
Yes, it's true. I think that's probably, but you know, I tried to find a logical reason. But yeah, inside out, he flopped this week.
Yeah. It's new low for me, like disgusting level. Like the
Yeah.
clip that I've seen is
Mm-hmm.
is
I
nothing
didn't,
you
yeah.
could tell me. It's
Yeah.
nothing you could tell me to change my
Yeah.
mind about how I feel
I
about this guy.
forgot to bring that one up actually. I'm not gonna name it now,
Yeah.
but it is disgusting and he's gross. I'm gonna take him off now, actually. But he also, hot take. I kind of said this earlier, but hot take. Like Jason shouldn't have gone home this week. Like, no one should have sent him home because they need a bigger target, and he's the
Yeah.
biggest target. So keep him, put him on the block, keep him on the block, but keep him until you really
Yeah.
need to get someone out,
Yeah. Dwindle
especially
those
on the other
numbers
side.
down. Yeah. Because
Yes.
you know
Okay. So
Jason will always take a spot for someone. Yeah.
yes. Yeah, but Lala is tragic, babes.
Yeah,
It's tragic.
Floppiana. Yeah, so like mine is Lala. I just think to me, Lala have been slowly losing traction, and then to end up on the block after one of her number one allies went home last week, it didn't do no justice. And then to do in that veto the horrible performance that you did to go into Blockbuster and do another horrible performance, like you are not getting no traction. Also, people have been talking for weeks now. They hate the way that she's in the house, the certain way she cooks, the way she boss hogs the kitchen, the way she's trying to baby fight everybody, like no towels in this part of the bathroom and clean up here, clean up there. Like, don't come in Big Brother constantly trying to mama someone. Your first initial introductory was like, I'm no one's mama. I'm no one's mama. Like, don't call me mama. What they calling you? Mama Latrice, Mama Lala.
You just gotta
You
go with it. Yeah.
you literally or doing what you say you didn't want to do in the house. Like, there's no way you should be. These are grown adults. If they want to leave a towel here and there, let them do it. Like, yeah, it's disgusting, it's nasty to you, but you got to also remember this is not your house. This is not your kids. And it's slow. It's what's causing people to lose traction with her. And then also it's showing that when it's time to perform, baby girl, you're not doing it. So to me, it's Floppiana. She's going to be one of those constant kind of like nomination people. And because they're like, okay, she won't win a veto, so keep it on our side kind of thing. Like, I don't know. I need her to step it up. I was so excited to see her play this game in the beginning. And like, you look amazing at that age, but you're not doing what needs to be done.
No. And I don't think, well, she must have been recruited almost because I don't even think she understands the game. She doesn't get it at all. She really does not get it. And the fact that I am okay with the black woman going home is crazy because I like to keep us all. But
Keep my girl Taylor and Latrice home, baby.
Last night I was like, y'all should like look at this and say, should we really keep Latrice?
Yeah, I wanted
Should we
Jason to
really
stay
keep
so
her?
bad. I wanted the flip to happen. Like,
It's
Latrice could have
just,
went and I would have been okay.
yeah. So I'm sorry. I love you, but it's bad. By the way, I heard that she was a part of Sounds of Blackness. As long as you keep.
Really? I'm about to look into that. That's
And
awesome.
I'm like, if that's true, then why do I know so much about Lyric's dad versus her?
She ain't pushing
Never
that,
gonna
baby.
do
She
nothing
probably
for
got
you.
kicked out the group, girl. Like, they're probably like, we don't want nothing to do with
Child.
no Latrice. She probably
Right,
not on
child.
no sample or nothing.
Yeah, so this was a fun episode. I love
Yeah.
doing recaps because it feels like therapy. It's
Yeah, for
therapeutic.
sure. To get through
Let's,
this crazy season.
right.
It's given.
So we're gonna hang in, gang, for another week. Keep coming along. Thank you for the new subscribers if you're watching this. Keep liking, commenting, and
Yes.
subscribing. So yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Anything you want to add, Mr. Jason? I'm sorry, Mr. Jason.
Yeah. Oh, Mr. Jason. No, nah, continue to support us. Like, we enjoy doing this. It's been a wild ride, like trying to get in the
Mm-hmm.
thick of the season. Like, in the
Yeah.
beginning, you be so excited, and then when things don't really go your way, you start to like fall off. But like, we're in the thick of it for y'all, and it's been so exciting to like really dive in. And it's these seasons. Sometimes we have seasons that we love from moment to finish, and it's some
Yeah.
seasons that we have to like ride that wave because we're big fans. So it's been fun.
I will say, even I am disappointed, like, with the steamroll, but it kind of gets me. I'm at a point where I'm like a little excited of like,
Once
okay,
they're
how
all
are things gonna?
gone, like once the other side is
Well,
gone, kind of thing.
Well, I'm excited to just see like what's the fight gonna look like, right? Like,
Hmm.
can the other side get it together? And the power struggle for now.
Yeah, I kind of want
I'm
Icon to win the
getting
whole game. No shade
at this
at this point.
point. At this point, I don't care. I don't care who wins at all. It could be Lyric. So we will see you guys next week. Take care.
All right.